Good morning, dear students. We are studying about the history of trade and commerce, and we are in page number 7. So, the next topic that we have to study is trading communities strengthened. Okay. So, in different parts of the country, different communities dominated trade. So we know, see, like in ancient times when the trade was there, so the different areas, different type of communities were there. They were dominating in the trade. Okay, like Punjabi and Multani merchants handled business in the northern region. So see, like in Punjabi and Multani merchants. So these people were dominating in the northern area. Okay, northern area. They were the ones who is leading the business activities. While the Bhatts managed the trade in the states of Gujarat and Rajasthan. Okay, so towards the east side, if you the west side, if you consider, so that nearby Gujarat area and all, then this Bhatts, one type of people are there, category of people that they were the leading business people in that area, especially in the Gujarat and Rajasthan area. Okay. In Western India, these groups were called Mahajan. So in the Western side, the Mahajan were the leaders of business. Okay. And Chat is where important traders from the south. So in the south area, the Chat was the important leader. So trading activity was conducted mainly by these groups. So they were dominating. So there may be business conducted by other people also, but mostly or dominated, the trade was dominated by these groups. So you have to remember the different names in the north area who were there, in the west side, east side, as well as in the south side, who were leading the business activities. In urban centers such as Ahmedabad and Ahmedabad, the Mahajan community collectively represented by their chief called Nagar Seth. Okay. So in the center areas like Ahmedabad and all, Mahajan community collectively represented by their chief called Nagar Seth. So there was a particular category called Nagar Seth. So these communities were leading the business activities in the Ahmedabad center. Other urban groups included professional classes such as Hakim and Wade, that is like doctors and physicians. Okay, and Wakil, that is a lawyer, Pandit and or Mullah, the teachers, painters, musicians, calligraphers, etc. So these groups are there. So other type of groups which we have already discussed is connected with the business people. So those who are doing the business, they were of these categories, and there were also different other categories such as Hakim and Wade, Wakil, Pandit or Mullah, painters, musicians, calligraphers, etc. So these kinds of communities or these type of people also were there. The next topic that we have to study is about the merchant corporations. The merchant community also divided power and prestige from guilds, which were autonomous corporations formed to protect the interest of the traders. So guilds are kind of groups or it is like a autonomous corporations, association of the traders, merchants association. So we can say that in city areas and all nowadays there are merchant association and all. Okay, so here earlier these type of groups were there. They are called as the guilds. So they get into the different areas, which were autonomous corporations formed to protect the interest of the traders. So they autonomous means to develop by itself. They start by themselves. So they make the group by different members. They join together and make a group. Okay, and such type of groups were available, and they were making the group for protecting the interest of the traders. So there are so many traders are there. So they make a group. And they make membership so that all will be able to cooperate each other and work. So there will not be any kind of confusion or issues will not be there. So for that purpose, they were making these merchant corporations. These corporations organized on formal basis framed their own rules or of membership and professional code of conduct, which even kings were supposed to accept and respect. So these organizations were very strict organizations, and they were very organized on formal basis. They were having a formal basis, and they have proper rules and regulations. So they make rules and regulations, and all the members or this regarding the membership. So there is like, for if you want to become a member, there are some rules are there, and also they have some professional code of conduct. So there is a particular way of behavior that they are expected. See, like if one area, one person is doing the trade, so another person not supposed to enter into that area, or like a price, fixing of the price. So all the members together, they will fix the price, and once if the price is fixed, then people, they cannot make much variation in the prices. So such kind of rules and regulations and all are there. So they have a kind of code of conduct, and these rules has to be followed even by the kings. So these merchants associations, they are making the rules, but everybody has to follow, even the king. Trade and industry taxes were also a major source of revenue. So also, see, like now the government is having a source of income in the form of taxes. So these taxes were also there in all the time also. Trade and industry taxes were there. Trade taxes and industry taxes were there, and these were the source of a good source of revenue. Traders had to pay octroi duties that were levied on most of the important articles at varying rates. Octroi duties means that like a tax to be paid to enter into a particular town or a particular area or a business location. So they have to pay a tax there, okay, or a particular amount of money has to be paid if you want to do the transaction or a business in a particular area or particular town or even particular country. And okay, so for entering into that particular area, they have to pay the tax. So these taxes were there also, and also that according to the type of the commodity that they are dealing with. Okay, so if it is what type of essential commodities are there or luxury products are there, so based on that different rate of taxes were there. Okay. They were paid either in cash or in kind. So, and the taxes has to be paid either in the form of cash or in kind. It means as a product, like what the product that you are bringing in part of that. As a product also you can pay the, see, like if we are having 100 products, in that 2 products has to be, or 5 products has to be submitted as the 5% is the commission rate. Then 5 products has to be submitted as the tax, or the money equivalent to that has to be paid there. Customs duties varied according to the commodities. Tariff varied from province to province. So they also have customs duties, and the customs duties also were different according to the areas, according to the commodities. So the commodity, especially the material, that the goods that is not on the area but on the commodity. So different products will have different type of customs duty. Tariff varied from province to province. So also there is a tariff, taxes are there that has to be paid according to the area where they are located, province to province. So it is divided, the different areas are divided into different provinces, and based on that they have to fix the tariff duties. The ferry tax was another source of income generation. Another one is there ferry tax. So if we are transporting any goods and all through the sea or through the river, so for that, in the boat and all, if we are transporting the goods, for that we have to pay ferry tax. So that was also another source of income. It had to be paid for passengers, goods, cattle and carts. So if the whatever things that they are carrying, so if passengers are there, for that this ferry tax has to be paid. For goods, separate tax has to be paid. Cattle and carts, if you are transporting cattle or carts, for that also this ferry tax has to be paid. The right to receive the labor tax was usually transferred to the local bodies. So the power to collect the local tax was given to the local bodies. Labor tax. So there was also labor tax was there, and there was local bodies appointed for calculating and collecting this. The guild chief dealt directly with the king or tax collectors and settled a market toll on behalf of its fellow merchants at a fixed sum of money. And another one is there, see like we studied that there is a guild, that is guild means that a group of merchants. So when they make an association, guild association is there. So this guild chief, the leader of this group, they will be directly communicating with or contacting with the king and the tax collectors. So they will have, and they will collect the toll, market toll on behalf of the fellow merchants at a fixed sum of money. So they will fix for all the merchants together, this total money will be calculated, and they will be paid, and that money will be collected, or the merchants has to be paid. So they will have a collection together. So it will be beneficial for the merchants to do the transaction. Otherwise, each merchant has to go and take permission and pay the tax, and it will be difficult. So for that, market toll was collected like that. The guild merchants also acted as custodians of religious interest. So they also had some kind of religious interest. They undertook the task of building temples and made donations by leaving a corporate tax on their members. Okay, so they collected corporate tax from the members, and with that money they were making the temples and other type of religious things like that they were making. So that is also another activity done by the guilds. The commercial activity thus enabled big merchants to gain power in the society. So because of these kinds of commercial activities, the big merchants has come up. They became so much powerful in the society. So these are the different merchant corporations. So so far we have studied about the two topics we have discussed: the trading communities strengthened and merchant corporations or associations. Okay. So this topic you can study or go through the topics and study and read and try to understand them. Okay. Thank you so much.